What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Boom Busters. I'm your boy Ace,
I'm Brady.
And I'm Vlad.
and we are the Boom Busters. On today's episode, we're busting on television themes. Look, you got to start off your movies, your TV shows, and everything with a good kind of intro song. Without the goodness of the intro song, you're not going to grab the viewer's attention. But for me, I'm a young pup, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pass it over to my guys, the old heads, the unks, grandpa over there. But
So disrespectful.
look, it's true though. It's true though. When y'all look at each other, you should be like, but anyways, my question for you is, kind of explain to the people what exactly, is a theme song. Like what entails a theme song? Like what is that?
It's that thing that plays right after the cold opening of a TV show that says skip when you're streaming it. That's what it is. A lot of you probably are not even old enough to remember what a theme song is, but a theme song is what sets the table for the TV show. It could be multiple clips from past episodes. It could be, music that tells a story going into it about what the show's about. It could just be some kind of credits that roll that have the music playing with it.
And a lot of times that is all you needed to grab somebody's attention. Because when it comes to TV theme songs, they're the hook. It tells you a small story for 60 seconds of what you're about to witness or what it's about. And a lot of the ones, and some of the ones we're going to cover today, are timeless. And as soon as you hear them, I mean, it brings you to a whole experience of memories and,
Yeah, today, just so we can cover enough in a short amount of time, today's going to be like our part one of this because we're definitely going to delve into this deeper in the
Don't
future.
say part, say volume
Yeah,
one.
like volume one.
Volume one.
Sounds good. Cliffhanger.
So I'm very curious. Y'all both explain kind of what, a true theme song is and kind of what the meaning behind it. You want to have a good theme song to start the show. What are some of you guys, some of you unks, some of you grandpas out there with the walker? What are some of y'all's favorite theme songs of your time? Because I know y'all are from two different decades, so I'm kind of curious to see kind of how they come together.
You believe this kid?
He's going to get it later.
Brady, what's your favorite?
One of my favorites is a great throwback to the late, great Hulk Hogan. Whether you like him or not, he had a show that was kind of like a B movie, if you could say a B movie for a television show. It was called Thunder in Paradise, but the song hit very well.
TIP, Tip. Thunder in Paradise.
We're going to get... I just love the drum beat. Dun, 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 dun. Terry Hulk Hogan.
How old was Hulk during this time period? He was in his 40s already by then, right?
Probably mid to late 40s.
Oh, my goodness.
He looked like he was in his 40s since he was born. Dude.
He was
Come on.
filming this right before he signed the WCW contract. That hits hard. I love that song. It's a great theme song.
Did this go past one season?
Absolutely not. Because I don't even remember it. Okay, I got to say something. You might be fond of it, but all I see is a rehash of something that everybody knows and is familiar with, which is going to be my selection for this whole volume. Ladies and gentlemen, Baywatch.
Hey.
You talk about 90s. Wow, this is peak. I mean, and look, the intro, I mean, with not. I don't mean to bust this hard on Thunder in Paradise, but Ocean, Boat, studded in his 40s, past his prime running. I mean, oh my God! See, same thing we just saw in Thunder in Paradise. Look, it's the same thing, but with beautiful women.
Yeah, but
in
Hulk Hogan can beat up David Hasselhoff. I'm just saying.
Okay, but this show saved and extended David Hasselhoff's career. I mean, in Germany, he is God, but in the Western Hemisphere, this definitely extended his lifespan on television, and launched several careers of very, very, very gorgeous, beautiful clad ladies.
Hulk Hogan's boat was cooler than that yellow, lifeguard boat.
Oh no, you went with early season. You went with Erica Lane, you went with Nicole Eggert. You should have put CJ Parker, Pamela Anderson. Come on now.
So,
that was 90s right there.
Here's a little trivia about Brady's past. We've talked about how I had a swimming pool back in the day, and so I used to have this thing called the Baywatch that my friends would laugh and joke about. I would run down the concrete patio of the swimming pool, and I would jump in the pool, kind of like I was gonna do like a diving RKO or diamond cut or something like that, and I would land. And this is before all that time, so I would land in the pool, like I was a Baywatch, lifeguard or something. We used to do the same thing out in the lake, when we're getting ready to get on the tube, and I would run off the boat and I would do that little side dive looking thing. And they call it the Baywatch.
Really? You did that, and you didn't Thunder in Paradise? You didn't run away in camo face paint out there in the backyard of your pool? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding us, sir?
Are you kidding us, sir?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you.
You know what? I am gonna bust on you. What's your next pick?
My next pick, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be a really great show that I loved. So back in the 80s and 90s, you especially the early 90s and late 80s, you had something called the Brat Pack. It was kind of like a little play on words with the Rat Pack that used to be Sinatra and his guys, but this was more like some of your teenagers that were in the movie and film industry and television industry. Well, there was a show that came out, or a movie that came out called Young Guns, which they're actually working on a third movie for pretty soon. But they had a kind of a television, version sort of, but it was about the Pony Express, and it was called the Young Riders, and it has some very classic actors in here that were in their teens when they were filming this. So I love this theme song, and I'm gonna play it for you real quick because it's just one of the coolest Western theme songs you could ever have.
Okay.
Got a little piano.
Cowboy up.
Stephen Baldwin's in it.
Not Steven.
Josh Brolin. Thanos was in this.
So you got
That's Thanos?
You got Great Value.
Brett Cullen. He's been in a lot of movies.
You got,
Listen to that guitar riff. Didn't it, Ace, you said you did cowboy camp growing up. Didn't this make you want to? Doesn't it make you want to get on a horse right now and ride for the Pony Express?
Oh, for sure. Dude.
I can almost bet my livelihood that the makers of this song were the same ones from Baywatch. It has a lot of similarities as far as the
close.
flow.
I dig it. I dig it a lot.
See, I never knew any of this because when it came to Westerns, it was whatever the grown-ups were watching, which was either Bonanza or Gunsmoke on daytime television. So I never knew this, but that's gonna be cool. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, dude, it's a great show. You can stream it now, and we've enjoyed watching it. Even now in retrospect, and it's great.
I mentioned grown-ups earlier, and for me, as a kid in the 90s watching cartoons, after school and all that stuff, and there was basically a cutoff point where it was just grown-up television. But to bridge that gap is going to be my net selection, and it is going to be the Wonder Years. Oh my God! Like Wonder Years is a slice of life television show. Out of tune, like we are right now. No, but
What was that?
Just look at this. Look at this.
Now this is actually. I was finna hit that beat right there. This is actually my favorite TV show of all time, but not my favorite theme song.
Gotcha.
Ooh, interesting.
And I want to say and go on record that one of my earliest crushes, Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper.
Shout out to Dana McKellar. You're still as gorgeous as always.
He said shout out.
But man, what energetic theme song right there.
Dude, you can't go wrong with Joe Cocker. I mean, the dude's a legend.
I mean, I'll do hell for my friends.
So I guess it's my turn. I'm gonna go with something that used to come on Saturday mornings.
Okay.
And so you would have your cartoons, just like you were talking about. You had your cartoons, but Saturday mornings hit a little different. We've talked about that before. But you started transitioning into shows like Hang Time, which was, like a live action basketball with like some of the guys on that that are now movie stars. Then you had Saved by the Bell, with Zach and Screech and Slater and all the ladies. Then you had the show. I actually enjoyed this show more than I did Hang Time and Saved by the Bell. And it's California Dreams.
California Dreams.
And most of the actors and actresses perform this song.
Really, the cast themselves?
Mm-hmm. They spent their a lot of the show performing at Sharky's, which is kind of behind Ace on our bulletin board back there. Little
So they
Easter
were.
egg.
So on the show, they were actually a band.
Yeah, they were.
Wow. See, I didn't watch a lot of like these kind of shows because I was exposed to the Mexican telenovelas, and a lot of those teen shows, like a lot of them were like a lot of kids that were best friends and they form a band. Like it's like even amount of guys and girls on it. I wonder if this started it all.
No, you're looking at shows like the Monkees that would probably start something like that way back.
Oh, okay,
But,
yeah.
I've always had this dream that, and I don't know, it sounds like a pun almost, but when I finally get to go to California one day just for a vacation, I'm gonna play this song, like in the car, the rental car, or whatever. I'm gonna play this in there just so I can hear it whenever I'm pulling up on the beach. And I know you grew up in Cali, so that's probably not a big deal to you, but.
No, of course. And and I want to say, as somebody that did grow up in California, I was not aware of California Dreams. I had other shows that took its place, but then again, being raised in Cali, I didn't know about the California Raisins neither. So, that's a whole nother can of worms. But it just shows you. But then again, Baywatch was in California.
That's true.
But to go. Piggyback a little of what you got going in here when it comes to live action shows, during the day, like you said. But for me, like the live action show, and I don't care if you're from the 90s, 2000s, 80s, 70s, this has been immortalized forever and etched in our minds. The Power Rangers.
Go.
I mean, look, the Power Rangers have been around for decades, and plus dozens and dozens of versions exist, both here and in Japan, but nothing like this one.
That guitar.
To the mighty Ron Wasserman.
One more time, Brady.
What was your favorite Power Ranger?
Green Ranger.
I like the Red Ranger. I thought he was the coolest.
He definitely excelled on the leadership.
It's got to be the black one. Come on.
No, but everybody was a badass in their own right. Like even the Blue Ranger, who was always the nerdy one, man, that guy was jacked. He wore the baggy, heavy clothes, but he was pretty much in very good shape as well. So he was not a pushover.
He wore those overalls that we all wore in the 90s, except he didn't do that one thing that we used to do where you you left one of the straps undone and the other one was up.
Nah, that was more of a. Actually, you know who did that in the show? Skull from
I
Vulcan
think
Skull.
so.
He actually did that. Yeah. Brady, you've redeemed yourself. I must admit, man.
Well, I'm going to play one. This is my last pick before we get to Vladimir's last pick. And this might just shut him down to where he just, throws up the white flag and gives up before we ever get to his. But this is probably one that everybody's going to recognize that's old enough to have seen this show. It's one that's going to bring back memories of nightmares for you. And let me just play this so you can hear it.
Not the nightmares.
Anything but the nightmares. Oh.
Oh man.
That's right. The one, the only, Unsolved Mysteries.
Do not turn the lights off when this goes on.
Dude, watching this at your grandparents' house, and you got to walk past that one big giant window. This is my wife telling me this. She had to walk past that big giant window to get to the guest bedroom after watching this with her grandparents. And you could see in, but you couldn't see out. So you didn't know someone's out there watching you or not.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Absolutely not.
And Robert Stack, the narrator on this show, he's just only
He's
you can
scary.
solve
Look at him.
an unsolved mystery.
No, he definitely has a very killer aura to him, don't you think, Ace?
Tell me this wouldn't freak you out walking down the highway or some back road.
Dog, I'm sorry. I'm just seeing his face. If I saw that in the middle of the night, I'm sorry. Nightmare thought of it.
He's creepy right now with all these lights on.
But yeah, that song when that hits, that makes people just reminisce. I guarantee you play this in front of anybody, and you can say this in the comments. Tell me how that song affects you in the comments, please. We want to know.
If you were alive back then.
Yeah. That's a very mature theme right there, and I'll give you props for that. And you definitely redeemed yourself from when you started in this episode. But you know what's also mature theme, and you see that back in the day, and it still is go on to this day. Saturday Night Live, SNL. That was definitely grown up television, not for kids. But
that actually started before I was born. Something that started before I was born.
It's about time, huh?
Yeah.
however, we are going back to the kids. And the kid version of SNL that is very near and dear to my heart and a lot of people that grew up in the 90s. For the culture, ladies and gentlemen, All That.
Ready yet? Get set. It's all that.
That first drum beat.
Performed by the great TLC.
Confirmed.
Lori Beth, she had a good career in sitcoms, Steve Harvey Show and all that. Some of them ended up having successful careers down. So Kel Mitchell, Orange Soda,
Welcome to Good Burger.
home of the Good Burger.
Can I take your order?
Ew.
You cannot. You cannot.
No, you cannot.
Here's another one. Tell us your favorite skit from All That,
Mm-hmm.
or your
Okay,
favorite character.
Here is the MVP, Kenan Thompson, because not only did he started his career got launched here, but he is currently the longest reigning cast member of all time
The GOAT!
in SNL.
The GOAT!
So this he's been doing this all his life.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. We talked about soundtracks, and Kenan Thompson was in one of those soundtracks. The Mighty Ducks Part 2. So I'm starting to see a little attraction here that you have towards the Kenan Thompson brand.
I mean, he happened to be in the right place at the right time. Wait till we talk about sitcoms.
Oh man, I'm a sitcom aholic.
You were just
Yeah,
saying,
so you're gonna hear some more Kenan Thompson then. But Ace, talk to me, my
Oh,
man.
goodness.
Man,
I
it's
cannot
my
wait to hear.
turn?
I cannot wait to hear what millennial Gen Z or whatever mess he's gonna have.
Look,
for
dog, I
us.
represent the Gen Z folks, man. You might be surprised by my picks, especially my first one. Because look, I'm getting real ancient with you, real ancient, and I gotta go with the coolest group of gals, of the television scene. I gotta go with my Golden Girls. Come on, man.
Oh my lord.
we
Okay, in fairness, our prime time ended up becoming his daytime television reruns.
it is. I almost think you got to throw it up for some of the people that are that are really big into cultural propriety, like let's say like Austin Creed. He loves the Golden Girls.
Oh God, I love.
I know he's a big influence on your wrestling career too.
Those are my girls, man. Austin Creed for sure.
And may God rest of their souls, all 4 of them: Estelle Getty, Bea Arthur, Rue McClanahan, and
we should
great
recreate
Betty
some
White.
of those.
My girl Betty White hung in as long as she
my
could.
gosh, dude! We should recreate that into a music video with us doing all the things that they were doing in those different scenes.
That would
All
be
the
awesome.
we're gonna throw all the. Let me say something. They were the queens of shade. When it comes to throwing shade out there, none did it better than all 4 of those ladies.
Blanche
Oh,
was good,
Blanche was messy,
but
bro.
Dorothy.
Oh, she was messy. Dorothy, it was sarcasm.
That's me.
Uh, Sophia with the one-liners and the quick the quick responses.
That's me.
And of course Betty White with the perfect timing one-liners.
That doesn't sound like anybody we know.
Do you remember what school she went to? St. Olaf's.
Oh yeah, I forgot Scandinavian.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Ace, if I threw a party, would you come to it?
Build a snowman with them.
I might have to rain check on
I thought we were the Golden Boys.
Anyways,
Golden Boys?
Anyways, Ace, that's too much golden right now. But Ace, what is the ace up your sleeve? Pun intended. Pun it if you will. What do you got? What do you got?
Look. How can I top the Golden Girls? But I can.
Okay.
Because look, man, and I mean, you're a California kid, so you might relate to this.
Okay.
Look, I grew up with this family, a big family. Let's say a full family. It's got to be full house, man. I mean, even to my generation, it started off a sequel of a show. This show ran for so long. We all have an Uncle Jesse. Danny's always there. Uncle Joey, Stephanie, Michelle, Aunt Becky, and of course DJ and the neighbor Kimmy. But we love the show. For me, I could sit in front of my television screen and watch them episode after episode. Have any of y'all guys actually watched the whole series?
Yeah, I actually have it.
on
DVD.
I don't, but I remember watching it, on TV and whatnot. But that wasn't my shout out. Okay, first and foremost, R.I.P. Bob Saget. You'll terribly miss his comedy is so underrated. But my first introduction to him wasn't Full House. It was actually America's Funniest Home Videos. Remember, he was the initial host.
Really?
He was. Yeah. Yeah. No. Like as a matter of fact, if you go to Pluto, they got an America's Funniest Home Videos channel, and yeah, he's all over it. But yeah, no, I remember this was everywhere on prime time, on magazines. I mean,
dude, I don't think Stamos is even aged today, man.
no, but he's got that Greek god in him. And shout out to to all the girl dads out there, because this show was definitely an inspiration and a good source of of material, because
Do any of y'all remember Uncle Jesse's real name?
I remember, and I don't even think you were born yet, Vladimir, but I remember when the first episode premiered, and I don't even think it was on a Friday night. It was before TGIF was really a thing, but I remember when it premiered, and I remember watching that first episode, and they're trying to change Michelle's diaper, and they got her wrapped around with duct tape, and
I wasn't born. I think this was 1987.
they had her in like a roast pot, trying to figure out how to clean her and bathe her and stuff. And to me, I was laughing my tail off, and I was probably like 8 or 9 or 10 or something.
Because
like that.
you remember the film 3 Men and a Baby?
Oh, I love that film.
Was that before or after Full House?
Man, it's got to be somewhere in almost exact same time period.
Because it had a very similar theme to it. Of course it did not have the whole situation in there, but definitely 3 bachelors, a widow, a ladies' man, and a
Cartoonist.
cartoonist.
Dude, the all-star cast: Ted Danson, Tom Selleck, and Steve Guttenberg. and a baby gets dropped off at their bachelor pad where all three of them live, with
Yeah.
a note saying,
What a
"Take
shit,
care
though.
of this baby."
Yeah. And that should be discussed in a future episode. But the thing is, I was drawing the parallels between the film and the series, with three bachelors, raising a girl. But there was not one girl. There were three girls.
Yeah, shout out to Candace Cameron Bure.
As a girl dad, bless him.
So Ace, we've laid it all out there. We love your picks. Like I said, you showed us our age because those were prime time for us, but definitely those were reruns, daytime television for you. But out of our entire collection of memories here, what do you think, or who do you think has got it hits you more?
Of course, for me, I think, Vlad, I'm going to give this to you because I loved watching all that. Just even, again, all that was reruns for me, too, so which is crazy. But, seeing those guys now, all their careers have just, exploded onto the scene. But even stuff like, Power Rangers, X-Files, all this stuff, Baywatch, I think they're just iconic. But I did learn some things from the 80s. I did not know about Hulk Hogan being on that television show. So I learned something new.
Mhm.
I think for me, Brady, the unsolved mysteries just kind of killed it for me, man. It just gave me, some nightmares just rethinking about it.
And that was the whole point of the assignment, was finding that theme song that best represented the show. And that's the assignment that I took. Not the most catchiest, let's have fun with it song, but the one that best represented the show.
I want to have fun, Brady.
Have you ever seen an episode of Unsolved Mysteries?
Oh, I've seen them. They're
Okay.
scary.
I got you.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I said before, TV theme songs are the hook. It tells you a story.
You might be on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, huh, Brady?
No, I'm not on Unsolved Mysteries.
I mean, clearly, of course, it's never been solved.
That's right.
So, but share to us your favorite TV theme songs down below, and maybe and maybe one lucky participant will be compensated. Brady, what do we got for them?
Well, you know what? If you do that, we can get a song written for you and performed by you by our own TV theme song, Mox Mosley. He's the one who did the Boom Busters theme song.
Boom Busters, that's all we are.
He is the creator of that, and he made that for us. So you tell you what, if you have one that we just truly like, that just pops for all three of us, we'll talk to Mox about getting a song for you. You just tell us what you want it to be, and we'll go from there.
And not only that, we'll play it here on a future episode with us.
And Brady will sing it live
I'm
here
not
in
gonna
studio.
sing it.
Sing out of tune.
Out of tune.
Would you stand up and walk out on me?
Okay, and that's it for today's episode of Bustin' on Television Themes. I'm your boy Ace.
I'm Brady.
And I'm Vlad.
And we are the Boom Busters. Catch us next time. Like, subscribe. Just remember to comment. You know what to do. Catch us on the next episode. We'll see you real soon.
Peace.